And good morning again. Admiral Thad Allen, who's in charge of the federal response to the Gulf oil disaster, is with us this morning. Thank you for coming, Admiral. And
morning,
we're
Bob.
starting with you because of this very bad news yesterday from the Gulf. The attempt to put this giant house, as it were, on top of that oil well down at the bottom of the Gulf. Clearly a Hail Mary pass. Most people knew it was going to be very difficult to do, and it turns out it did not work. So what happens now?
Well, the containment dome that was put over the leak site developed ice crystals, which happens when at very high pressure and low temperature water and natural gas come together. It actually started lifting the cofferdam up and it became buoyant. They had to set it over in the sea floor next to it. The next tactic is going to be something they call a junk shot. They're actually going to take a bunch of debris, shredded up tires, golf balls, and things like that, and under very high pressure, shoot it into the preventer itself and see if they can clog it up and stop the leak.
Well, do you think there are any better chances that will work than this thing? Because obviously.
It's been used before. It's not as an exotic type of a technology. The real problem is, as with all the problems down there, is creating the manifolds and the pressure systems actually blow it in and then get it down to the sea floor. And again, we're working at 5,000 feet of depth, which has never been done before.
How bad is this thing now, Admiral? What, 4,000 barrels a day pouring out of that thing?
Yeah, the rough estimate's 5,000, but I would caution against any estimate because we're dealing with a place that has no human access, and remotely operated vehicles are telling us what we can see and then what's on the surface. But it's about 5,000 barrels a day.
And they're saying it could go to 40,000 barrels?
Well, if it's contained to the same leakage it has right now, it will stay there. What we're concerned is if somehow there's a failure of the wellhead. That's the reason it's so important to stop the leaks right now, but drill the relief well.
Well, what do you do now? I mean, you say you're going to try to stuff this stuff in it, but what's going to happen? I mean, this stuff keeps coming out. Is this going to go all the way around Florida and up the East Coast? What is being most threatened right now?
Well, we've been lucky in that the wind has shifted around. It's kind of kept it in the area to the southeast of the Mississippi River mouth off Louisiana. The latest winds are out of the east right now, and it's slowly drifting a little west across the mouth of the Mississippi River. But depending on which way the wind blows, it could threaten Mississippi and Alabama and Florida as well. One of the good things that's happened, if there is a good side to this at all, is that the oil's tended to stay in one place because the winds have been shifting.
I'm told that they're trying to cordon off the Mobile Bay at this point. How crucial and how critical is that?
Well, I had a meeting with Governor Riley, and they're very, very concerned not about Dolphin Island and the beaches to the east, but actually oil getting into the bay. And we're looking at some kind of a containment gate made with a deep water boom, and that's actively being constructed right now.
And what about we kept hearing that this what may settle to the bottom, and then it picks up some sort of a current, goes toward Florida, and then it hits the Gulf Stream and goes up the East Coast. Is that one of the real dangers?
There's a current they call the loop current that basically follows the terrain from Louisiana around to Florida. But that is significantly south of the southern edge of the spill right now. I think it's a very, very low probability would be impacted. There have been concerns raised in Florida, and we've actually had NOAA take a look at it. And right now, we know where the current's at. We're monitoring, but it doesn't appear to be a threat right now.
But I guess the bottom line right now is this thing is still going full blast, and you really don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, the maddening thing is it's indeterminate. So what we have is a 5,000 barrel spill every day with the wind shifting around, and it could go any direction based on the wind. And it's really kind of maddening because you can resource a spill that's coming ashore when you know the direction it's coming from, but it can back off and potentially even come again. So the entire Gulf pretty much has to be on guard, and that's what we're doing.
Well, Admiral, thank you very much. We wish you had better news, but we thank you for coming on and giving us a candid evaluation of what's happening down there. Thank you so much.